My video for May the 22nd, 2018 asks a question. Is elite repentance even possible? I woke up this morning with a bad dream. A coworker had betrayed me and was promoted. With glee, he told me I was fired. That may have no connection whatsoever with the so-called elite and their deceptive role in human affairs. Yet that is the connection I made as I pondered the dream. We are all co-workers on this planet, or slaves, depending on how awakened you may be. Many of us have already taken the red pill and are in various stages of awakening to the matrix by which we have been deceived and in which we have been imprisoned. We are seeing the con game presented by the elite. Is the recent royal wedding of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle just another layer of deception? While many of us would like to see the truth that has been hidden from us for so long finally be revealed in unmistakable ways, I have to wonder if it's even possible for those at the top of the pyramid of control to change their evil ways. Yes, the dream did catch my attention, and I woke up and my heart was beating really fast. And I usually take my my blood pressure when I first wake up in the morning, but today I decided I better not take it now. It's probably through the roof. So I didn't take it. But in any case, I laid there for a good while, as I normally do when I wake up, pondering the dream that I had just had. I don't recognize the characters in the dream except for myself. I don't know who the coworker was, but somehow the coworker who I had apparently thought of as a friend or an equal was now my superior and said, "You're fired." So is some part of me trying to fire another part of me? I don't know the answer to that question. But like I said in the blurb, I connected it to the role of the elite. And I'd like to see them be the one that gets the notice from humanity. You're fired. Wouldn't that be a wonderful thing, to fire those that have created wars and created a monetary system that virtually enslaves the entire world, while at the same time allowing them to ride high on the hog and live above the fray, so to speak, so that they can do whatever they want without being called to answer for their crimes. And folks, in case you haven't noticed, the elite commit crimes all the time, worst of which may be the pedophilia and the abuse of infants and young children before they're even reach the age of maturity, because they have a level of some chemical in their blood apparently that hasn't been polluted, and they haven't been dumbed down, so there's an innocence there, and the elite try to capture the power of that innocence, which is why they commit these grotesque crimes and have these grotesque ceremonies in which they ritually abuse children, not just ritually abuse, but actually abuse children, and many times, as I said, kill them and drink their blood. It's a sick world that we live in, that these are the people that have risen to places of power. Now, I shared with something that one of my friends shared with me. I shared it with Valentine, and I haven't gotten his response back yet, in regard to some of the corruption at the highest levels and how certain people don't believe anything that the mainstream media and the elite establishment tell us. That, you know, that's just insanity to those that have taken the red pill. And the blue pill, of course, and if you remember the movie The Matrix, if you took the blue pill, you go back to sleep and everything remains as it was. If you take the red pill, you'll discover how things actually work behind the scenes. That's the whole point of the Matrix movie. Very interesting analogy. And many of us, more than ever before probably, are taking the red pill. We're choosing to see how things operate behind the scenes. And while it's easy to get drawn into the excitement and lavishness of royal weddings, imagine if they spent all that money, which is one of the things that one of the commenters made that was sent to me. Commenters made that, what if we took all the money? If they really want to help the poor, why not take all that money and have just a simple, normal wedding, and give all the rest of the millions of dollars that were spent on the wedding, give it to feed the poor and feed the hungry. But what they actually did is they went and they cleaned out the area around the part of London where the ceremony took place, and they took the homeless people off the streets and made them turn in their belongings and said, we'll give you these belongings back after the wedding. We'll give them back to you. We'll hold them for you. And of course, some of the homeless people just fled to other places, keeping their belongings. I imagine some of them actually turned in their belongings, but this is what they used to their sleeping bags and their what little clothing they may have to keep themselves warm. I don't know how cold it is at this time of the year. It's warming up, of course, in most of the states to the north of Florida where I live. But in any case, the Matrix entraps us all, and we need to pay attention to people like David Icke and come out of the Matrix. We need to take the red pill and see what's going on and not get entrapped by the glory of royalty and of fame and fortune that so many people get entrapped by. The fame and fortune are deceptive. The royal family is a deceit. We are all human beings. The blood flows through us like it does everybody else, like it does even the mammals and other creatures on the planet. We are living beings having an experience of life in a three-dimensional reality. And this is, as I keep saying, this is the reality that we have to deal with. It's not an illusion. It is a real experience. And I'd like to see that real experience transformed, and I'd like to see us transformed to a higher consciousness where we all become royalty or all become equal. I don't care which way that goes. Either elevate us or demote them, but put us all on the same level, because we really are all the same. We all have the same basic wants and needs that sustain our physical life. We don't need to abuse to do that like the elite feel that they do. We don't need to fall into the trap that they have fallen into. It's a demonic deception, I believe, and I'd like to see God take responsibility for it. It's not up to us alone. We need divine help. I've said that. I will keep saying that. And I'd like to actually experience the turnaround necessary. And getting fired from whatever role that I was fired from, I think that's an allegory. And maybe I'll figure out more what it means as I ponder it more through the day. But I wanted to get this video made before the sun finishes its rising in the sky to the east. Thank you for listening, and namaste.